I've long believed that our power is rooted not just in our military might, but in our example as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And that's why I've made a second decision. I will seek authorization for the use of force from the American people's representatives in Congress.
And with that, President Obama dispatched his top secretaries to Congress to make the case for military intervention in Syria. But today, after a week of hearings, both open and classified in the House and in the Senate, the president's plans to get Congress on board are falling apart. Yes, on Wednesday, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee moved forward an authorization for force in Syria, and a vote before the full Senate is scheduled next week. But the Senate is not where the president's problems lie. It's in the House, where Republicans and Democrats are lining up together to oppose any military intervention in Syria. RT's been on the Hill all week, and here were some of the responses we received from skeptical lawmakers.
Unintended consequences for the result of the United States getting involved in this civil war is my concern as a member of Congress.
I came here today with a very open mind to hear the argument of why we need to strike Syria, and still today this administration has failed to show me the direct threat to the United States of America.
The question is what's best for us, what's best for Americans. We're not under attack. None of our allies are under attack. There is a reason why we call the Department of Defense the Department of Defense. It's meant to defend us and our allies against attacks. That hasn't happened yet.
We have absolutely no guarantee it won't expand, no guarantee of peace in the region, a lot of American money spent, some American blood, maybe American lives. And I'm very concerned. We have no guarantees that we'll be successful.
Now, based on what you heard right there, it's not too much of a surprise that early whip counts in the House show the president's authorization for force going down in a resounding defeat. Here are the numbers coming out of the House so far. There are 173 lawmakers still undecided. But of those who have made up their minds or are close to it, only 26 support strikes and 18 are leaning toward a yes vote on strikes. Now, on the flip side, 85 members plan to vote no, and another 132 are leaning no. You add that together, that equals 217 votes. The resolution is defeated, the president stymied. Now, sensing this debate is slipping away, President Obama announced that he would address the American people on Tuesday to make his case. And he's got his work cut out there, too, as a Reuters poll this week showed 56% of the American people opposed strikes. Only 19% support strikes. So what is going to happen? What will the president do if he can't get Congress on board? Well, this morning, his Deputy National Security Advisor, Tony Blinken, told NPR that strikes are off the table without the go-ahead from Congress. He said, quote, "The president, of course, has the authority to strike, but it's neither his desire nor his intention to use that authority absent Congress backing him." But when asked specifically whether this was the case, the president today refused to limit his options.
I did not put this before Congress just as a political ploy or as symbolism.
Your Deputy National Security Advisor said that it is not your intention to attack if Congress doesn't approve it. Is he right?
I don't think that's exactly what he said, but I think I've answered the question.
So the president refuses to rule out going alone in striking Syria. Yet under his own admission, he was elected to stop wars, not start them. And now, as he's reversing this position in light of what he believes is a moral imperative to act, he's losing international support, he's losing Congress, and he's losing the support of the American people. So is this war really worth it? In Washington, Sam Sacks, RT.